Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be giving a first-time reaction to an artist named Avi Kaplan. We'll be checking out his song Otherside. Apparently Avi is actually former Pentatonics. Now he's doing his own solo work. I love it when artists, they find their own voice after having spent, I don't know how much time he spent with Pentatonics, but when they find their own voice and start creating music on their own, because I feel like that's sometimes the most authentic music you can find out there, when it is straight from the soul of one individual. So we're going to be hearing his original Otherside, but then right after we're going to be reacting to a cover of Otherside by an artist named Daniel Hansen. So we're going to get to experience Otherside from its origins to where it's kind of been re-envisioned. As always, I'm excited to check these out because I love discovering new music on the channel. But before we jump in, a massive thank you goes to Deandra, the orchestral, for making this request today. Thank you so much, Deandra. I do appreciate it, and your requests help guide the direction for the reactions I do over here. Now, let's jump in. He's in a, looks like deep meditation in these beautiful woods, enshrined by the flowers.
Emerald ivy wrapped around my skin.
Okay.
Pulls me deeper, drags me back again.
I like the timbre of his voice already.
Tangle me up in your vines. Take my spirit, take my mind. Take me over to that other side.
Oh, ho, ho. Even his hands here are adorned by the I believe he called it emerald ivy before. So I'm not sure if that is referring to poison ivy. It looks beautiful. I just hope he's not very, very itchy. And you know, not to make this about myself, but my skin is so sensitive. I will take showers and I won't even towel off and my skin will get itchy. It's so easily irritable, and I'm like 10 out of 10 allergic to dust. So I'm pretty sure that's just why it's irritable in environments where there's no other explanation for why I'm so itchy.
Ruby river glowing in the sun.
Ruby River. So emerald ivy, ruby river. You hear the alliteration.
Wash me over, show me where you run.
Oh.
Roll me deeper in your tide. Take my spirit, take my mind. Take me over to that other side.
Oh my god, and the harmonies in the back from himself. This literally feels like a prayer, right? He's calling out to nature for its transformative powers to reach a different level of internal spiritual awakening, is kind of how I'm interpreting the lyrics. But it's interesting that seemingly the chorus is not even, there's no lyrics attached to it. It is just vocalizing, which may be more human than language itself could ever be. Because what is language? It's an attempt to repackage all that's internal, but all that's internal is already the perfect version of that. It's just a means to communicate it to others verbally, but it's always a subset of all of the possible feelings we have internally. So why not just sing out whatever sounds come out? Those are probably equally, if not more, representative than any, English words could ever be.
Silver moonlight, come show me the way. Hold me over till the break of day.
That's really pretty.
Lead me closer to your light. Take my spirit, take my mind. Take me over to that other side.
Even in this section, right, we heard the vocal layers from Avi come in even just a little bit ago. I think even in this vocalizing section, there is a very low layer being added that supports everything that you hear. I'm going to listen for it again. It's low. There's a low layer, right? Oh, cool. Smoke. I like those like smoke bombs. The green, the red. Though that looks more like a rose color, like a rose pink. That just gave me chills. You could just like chant this endlessly, right? And maybe the more I think about it, the low layer that you're hearing is also being accounted for in the low E string on the acoustic guitar. I'm really kind of taken aback right now because I don't listen to music like this all that much. It kind of sits in the realm of like indie, maybe like alternative, something like that. It's very meditative. Not a lot of Western music even kind of traverses this path even momentarily, but in this song Avi is living there. It is this warm feeling of accepting, this warm feeling of just letting yourself be. And what I mean by accepting is accepting the transformation that's to come through nature, because life is always change, right? And change is painful, but if we can accept change and maybe even gear our lives to anticipate certain kinds of maybe more predictable change, then that part is in our control. And on the other side of where we are now, we will be potentially happier for that. We will be more grounded within ourselves. And, you know, in each one of these nature shots, you have Avi just cross-legged, meditating like a yogi does, right? Channeling their inner energy, focusing on whatever it is they need to focus on. And, you know, anytime I try to like meditate, which regrettably is not as much as I wish it was, I will do my best to kind of conjure the image of a lone candle with a flame that's flickering, and the entire room in front of me is black. I close my eyes, and all I try to envision is the flame. And as soon as my mind wanders from the flame, I have to like make an active effort to bring it back to the flame. And if I start thinking about, oh, this person cut me off in traffic, or I'm like behind on all my emails, or whatever thoughts like normally flood my brain and can sometimes overwhelm me, just recenter, focus back on the flame, and do that maybe for, 5 minutes at first, then 10 minutes, and you can keep like progressively overloading your meditative ability, almost as if you're working out at the gym, trying to increase your muscle mass. And it becomes easier to be more still with the self. And this is just my own anecdotal experience, again, with my more limited meditative experience compared to the yogis that may be out there. But the times where I do that, I sit with myself in that empty room of the mind, let my thoughts kind of ebb away, and then I come to again and recenter myself. Things become a lot easier for me to contend with. Whatever things were plaguing my mind, I'll have solutions to those answers, even if I wasn't explicitly thinking about it during that meditation. There's just something so calming about it. I would highly encourage everyone to try it out. Learn how to control your diaphragm, your breathing, even just focusing on that non-existent flame. Especially in the digital age that we live in, where there's so many distractions, it's a useful exercise for the mind. So now let's jump into the cover of Otherside by Daniel Hansen. Acapella cover. Oh my god.
Emerald ivy wrapped around my skin.
Oh, this is insane already.
Pulls me deeper, drags me back again.
Wow. And I like that they're also doing the nature shots.
Tangle me up in your vines. Take my spirit, take my mind.
Oh.
Take me over to that other side.
I think it's fair to say that Daniel is beatboxing in that other layer that isn't just singing the lyrics. The way that layer is kind of dancing around his singing is so interesting.
That other side.
Wow. This is insane talent. The shaker, but from his voice. Oh wow, it's filling up for me. Oh my god.
Ruby River glowing in the sun.
Oh. Yeah, bro.
Wash me over, show me where you run. Roll me deeper in your tide. Take my spirit, take my mind. Take me over to that other side.
It's a completely different song. Oh, that falsetto.
Silver moonlight.
It's interesting, right? Because this is a little bit faster pace too in terms of its tempo. So what was previously more reserved, simple, and meditative has now transformed itself into something that is more, I think more energetic is an easy way to say it, but it's more than that because the energy is coming still from that spiritual place. If you think about the lyrics and if you sing them in the beautiful way that Daniel is here, it's a lot more interesting than what, you may have expected a cover of that song to be, because the original, again, is rather simple. So you may expect, at least in my head, I was kind of expecting, okay, maybe they're going to stick to that tempo. They're not going to change the feel all that much, but the feel of this is worlds apart. And I love that it's more, I think, energetically expressive in that way. I don't know, something about beatboxing also feels very connected to one's humanity, one's spirituality in a more indirect sense. I think it's one of the reasons why a cappella is just such a such a favorite genre of many, because it is literally just human voice, and often what we seek in our lives is connection with other humans. We are social creatures, and that also helps us connect with who we are. If we just lived in our silos and sang and meditated beautifully, there would be no humanity after at least one generation of everybody living in their atomized, silos. I don't know where I'm going with that. It's just making me think a bunch of different things.
Silver moonlight, come show me the way. Hold me over till the break of day. Lead me closer to your light. Take my spirit, take my mind. Take me over to that other side.
Wow, and it just expands like that. It's interesting. I don't know what this style is exactly called. I think, I've referred to it probably as scatting before, but he's singing on pitch, right? At the same time, he's adding that percussive element from the beatboxing, but none of these syllables are actually completed words, though it feels like they could be. So again, like that whole conversation we had earlier about language, you can just vocalize and that's just good enough because it's probably more expressive than the containers of words. And it's so connected. It's so connected to nature, our nature. He's in nature. Oh, and then ending on the first shot that we had. Beautiful. That's a cool graphic too, the sliding merch. I may have to steal that at one point. I really, really appreciate music like this because it's not something I typically listen to. I mean, we do listen to a cappella on this channel in the form of pentatonic, Scott Hoying, voice play, Jeff Castellucci, but I don't know. I like when these songs. I like originals first and foremost, in addition to covers. But when you have something that is so unique as an original, there's so many potential ways you could take it as a covering artist. To me, that process is always just intriguing because I love the evolution of song and sound over time. Not that I would ever become like a musicologist or something like that, but it's just interesting to me to see how artists influence one another. So we started from this very meditative, spiritual place, something that, you could put on almost as a meditative frequency itself and help relax the mind, right? There are those specific frequencies, like I think it's 528 hertz that does wonders for your like studying ability. There's like 492, I think, that's good for like deep sleep. There's a bunch of these that exist. I almost am curious if in Avi's version, in the original, if he was like returning to a specific frequency. But then hearing Daniel re-envisioning the song again into something very spiritually energetic, I find very, very interesting. And I'm starting to now think more, and I'll think deeper about this too as I go forward, about English, about just like words versus vocalizing and how that impacts my own music listening. Because for me, I love poetry through language, but I just also love the authentic emotion conveyed through plain vocalizing without any words per se. It's one of the reasons why, like, sometimes you don't need to say much and you've said it all, right? It's just the look on your face. And I think as a, content creator, as just a person in general, maybe it's my own, my own machinations of the mind. I tend to speak a lot. And so maybe my balance of like verbal versus like body language is outside of the norm. That would be my own self-assessment. But let me know. Feel free to critique my personality and my comments and whatever you want in the comment section below. But these are two amazing tracks today. I love the cover. I think I would love to hear more from Avi and Daniel. So if you're interested and would like to request that yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.